Hey everybody, what's up? It's Pachosaurus and we're playing Dead by Daylight. Now, there is a kind of cancer going on around in the game and in the community. It's mostly due to window hopping or hopscotching. This is going to be more of a community message to you guys instead of an actual guide, but there will be some general tips for both sides of the game in this one. So people are under the impression that juking and hopscotching are the same. They are not. Okay, I'll plainly say they are not. They're very different. For people who do not know what I'm talking about, juking allows hopscotching, but not repeatedly around the same window or pallet. And that's the problem. Hopscotching repeatedly around the same window or pallet is not the same as legit juking. When you juke, that means that you are tricking the killer. You're trying to trick him into losing sight of you as fast as possible that you can. This may involve running around and leaving scratch marks in the cornfield, then suddenly crouching to confuse the killer. Sometimes juking involves fakes or even paired juking with another survivor to confuse the killer on who to chase after. All of these are acceptable and not annoying. For one, they don't waste time and is a very good means to keep the game fun. I often find myself less salty when I only get one kill and I'm in a match with survivors who can juke really well. I often stop camping hooks even when I find myself in a match like this. It feels more acceptable. And I do this as a small thank you to the survivors. So, hopscotching, however, is the easy way out for survivors, just as camping is the easy way out for killers. These methods of playing the game shows just how poorly skilled the player is. Let me reiterate that what we are referring to as hopscotching is the act of repeatedly jumping over the same wall or pallet over and over. Sometimes survivors even resort to running to the same spots if it is a distinguishably good hopscotching spot. Likewise, camping also has a very thin line between the annoying camping and the good sport camping. So, what are the differences between the two campings? As I define it, watchdog camping is when you, as a killer, stands a few inches away from the hook and the hooked survivor guarding the spot for any possible incoming survivors who want to rescue the hooked guy. As a survivor, this can get really annoying, but it's not as much as a killer being faced with a hopscotching survivor. And trust me, I know the difference because I play both sides. However, what makes Watchdog camping even more annoying is the part where some Wraith users tend to exploit the cloak and uncloak blood point farming. You can farm blood points as a killer by cloaking and uncloaking in front of a survivor and gain 250 points. This is the highest amount you can get for spamming your ability. Hillbillies only get a maximum of about 115 for charging across the map, and trappers get only about 100 for setting traps. Now, a good camper is a killer who will stay out of sight of the hooked survivor, but enough to keep the hook in his line of sight to allow him to see if any survivors come to help. This gives the survivors enough time to unhook the survivor, but not enough time to completely run away from the survivor, usually allowing a hit or two. And it is important to know, as both killers and survivors, that they have a code. These survivors, they have a code. They wave their arms while on the hook so others know that the killer is camping. So I'd probably stay out of sight of that hooked survivor, and he will stop waving his arms and it will signal the others that it is safe to save him. So what I do is I often hide behind something with enough vision to see the hooked guy. If he is waving his arms, I know he can still see me, so I change my position until he stops waving. After a while, a survivor will come by, and that is when you go in to attack them both. Oftentimes, the hooked guy will get unhooked, so I will hit him first, so he gets downed, and then I'll chase a bit after the other guy, just enough to hit him once, so that he gets the injured status. Then I hook the down guy again, giving the survivors half the time to respond this time, since every time you rehook a survivor, regardless of them getting healed to full health, you are reducing their bleed out time on the hook. In the times that none of them try to save the hook guy, I simply go on and hunt for the others. So you have to learn how to read the survivor's moves. If you notice that the repairing of generators has stopped once you hook someone, that means that they are somewhere around the hook area, waiting for you to leave, waiting for a chance to save the hook guy. If the generators are getting repaired at a really fast pace, that means that two survivors are repairing, or maybe more, even more survivors are repairing the generators, and maybe one is probably waiting for you to stop camping and get a chance at saving the hook guy. All of these signs will help you make judgment calls on what you want to prioritize: secure a kill or protect the generators. You also get more blood points the more times you hook someone. Each survivor can get a hooked for a maximum of 3 times. Each time you down a survivor or even hit a survivor, you get points for that too. And points will determine if you will gain a pip or not for your rank up. There are times when I only get one sacrifice, but I am able to hit, hook, and chase all the survivors multiple times, which then increases the amount of points I get at the end of the match. And frankly, I think this is what you guys should be doing: farming blood points, since the amount of points you gain determines how fast you level up and how fast you rank up. And if you get, the more blood points you get, you get more add-ons, perks. You get access to higher levels of perks, and you get access to more offerings and more add-ons for you to use. So please stop with the camping and stop with the hopscotch. You aren't getting better at the game if you're doing any of those two things. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that little dinosaur in the lower corner of the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.